Hey guys, getting ready to do another ride here, but before we get going, I wanted to take a couple minutes and show you guys a couple of the different charging setups I have. So we'll start here first, showing you the charging port and the 110 volt setup. All right, so there's the stock active charger that the bike comes with, and oh, there's my wind guard. See my previous video for more information on that. But this comes with the standard J1772 plug that is universal on all cars, all electric vehicles except for Teslas. And the charge port is just right here. So lift that up, plug it in. One thing you'll notice is that even though the bike's off, like no key in the ignition, it'll sense that the plug was put in there and start waking up. See, there it comes waking up, turning on, and I have my little USB charger for the phone going. So here it is charging. So the current's going up 13 amps. So a quick word about the 13 amps. That represents 1.3 kilowatts. So the 1.3 kilowatts is the most you can get off of a wall plug. So the wall plugs are rated for, this traditional one is 15 amps, but by electric code you can't draw more than 80% of the rated fuse or breaker rating, which would be 12 amps. So 12 times 120 is 1.2 kilowatts. I guess they round it up to 1.3. So yeah, that's the charging on a wall plug, and you can see the time left estimate from 60, and I have it only going to 80%, my charge target, because I don't like to charge it up all the way, let it sit at full SOC. So 2 hours 22 minutes to only go from 60 to 80. So that's 20%. So if you multiply that times 5, it's 13 hours to get a full charge on this wall plug. Alright, I want to do a quick comparison of the active J1772 plug that comes standard on the Zero DSRX and the Tesla Universal Mobile Connector with the North American Charging Standard NACS NACS. The active one that comes from Zero, 24 feet long, and it makes it convenient to get wherever you want to go, but it also is a lot of cable to manage. The Tesla Universal Mobile Connector is smaller. It's double the voltage, 3 times the current, so that's 6 times faster charging than this. It comes with adapters that you can plug in whatever plug you want, and you know, how did they do that and make it look good and be smaller? Banana for scale. The cable size usually goes, because with losses it's I²R, so the cable usually would, for a double in the current, normally you need 4x because it's squared the cable size, and they were able to do almost 3 times the current, and the cable is not much bigger.
And now a word from our sponsor today, nacho cheese. It comes in a can, it comes in a bag. It's the only cheese to have cheese as not the first ingredient, or milk. Whey, vegetable oil, food starch, cheddar cheese. Ever since I started using nacho cheese on my nachos, they've gotten way better. Probably the best part of nacho cheese is it's my cheese. It's nacho cheese. This nacho cheese even comes with a little Tupperware lid. So when you open it and you don't use all the cheese, you can just put the lid on and stick it in the fridge and save it for later. But we're not gonna need that because we're eating the whole can. And that creamy nacho cheese. So I don't have an actual affiliate link with any nacho cheese company, but I would encourage you to show this video to your local grocer and ask them for a 10% discount on your next nacho cheese purchase. Nacho cheese. It's what's for dinner.
Okay, so this here is the Tesla CMC corded mobile connector. It's higher current, so it's up to 40 amps capable, but it's not swappable, so it only comes with the NEMA 1450, which is kind of the de facto standard for charging at outlets. But I've modified this particular Tesla CMC with a J1772 plug to be able to use and charge non-Tesla vehicles. So one note about the charge rate. The charger is rated to 6.6 kilowatts, but you'll notice that the power that it's charging at is only 5.1. As the battery gets towards fully charged, it can't accept power as much. The comparison that Elon uses when he talks about it is like, think of people going into, like, filling into a building, like coming into church and trying to sit down. The more full the church building gets, the harder it is for people to file in and find their seats. And that's like the little electrons trying to come in and find a place in the battery to make their home. You can buy some adapters out there to allow you access to all the AC, not the DC superchargers, but the AC charging. And this is one of them. It's the most compact one that I could find, and you simply stick the Tesla end in here and plug that into the bike. This one, I'm afraid I can't recommend it, even though I think it was like $80–90, and it's really small, so easy to carry, but there's no latching feature. It's just a friction fit for the Tesla side, which makes me a little nervous that it could be unplugged without warning. And then same thing on the J1772 side, no latch. These plugs are designed so that the pins that carry the signal that tells you, it's called the proximity pin, is like shorter than the others, than the ones carrying power. And so as you disconnect it, it will send the communication signal that the plug has been disconnected, and it should stop giving power or charging. But you're relying on that instead of what typically is a button press latch, which disconnects that, or this button on the Tesla connector. So one other option out there, if you have the Tesla, if you want to have access to the Tesla charging network. All right, guys, I'll give you 3 guesses what we're about to make today.